Bullying can have a large impact on a child's life.
That's right, especially if it's online bullying too. Stacy from the Rock Counseling Group joins us now to talk about this. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So you've been, hearing about this a lot frequently and recently in the headlines and seeing everything with social media. So why are we talking about this today?
Well, I think there's a couple reasons. First of all, it's back to school time, so kids are subjected to kind of being in that fishbowl with other children. That's more of the traditional bullying. There is the online component too that's changed a little bit. But there's also been some media headlines. For example, there was this boy who was 9 years old in Colorado who committed suicide after his friends were bullying him. In addition to the recent Netflix series 13 Reasons Why, in which the main character Hannah also commits suicide from being bullied. So this is a huge mental health topic.
Sure, and we were just talking earlier, this has changed a lot because chances are when, people in our generation and older went to school, it was physical, it just happened there, and that's different these days.
Yeah, it really is, especially with our kids being so technological and connected. The bullying extends to beyond the school day. In fact, 50% of kids who are bullied don't even know who their bullies are because it's anonymous and online. So it really comes with, and it follows them home. That's quite a difference.
And I know you have some statistics you'd like to share with us about just how common bullying is for kids these days.
I was so surprised. I guess I had no idea. 1 in 7 students in grade school is bullied. 6 out of 10 teenagers say that they have witnessed bullying once a day. And probably more amazingly, 70% of school staff have witnessed bullying. And so that kind of brings to me the question of what are we doing about this, right?
Yeah, and then if I'm a parent and I see those statistics, I'm kind of concerned because I'm wondering what if my kid could be bullied. So what are some of the signs that your child may be going through that?
Yeah. So avoiding or not wanting to go to school, sudden or failing grades, frequent health complaints or concerns, losing items of value, I say lost. Typically that can be, stolen or taken by another student. Trouble sleeping, and then if their habits online have changed, if they're avoiding being online or if they're spending more and more time online. So really any difference in your child's usual behavior, you'd want to kind of look at that as a guideline.
And then kind of tell us also, because bullying can be so many different things, what is it defined as, really?
Yes. So bullying is when someone repeatedly and on purpose says mean or hurtful things or does hurtful things to another person who has a hard time defending themselves. So typically bullies will look for a power differential. They'll look for a child that they feel that they're better than or they can control. So typically these would be kids that have either special needs. Maybe they are kids who have a lower socioeconomic status. We may see race or background play an issue. It may even be a popularity issue. If one kid is in the in-group and another one isn't, any of those power imbalances can really trigger a bullying situation.
So if your child is showing any of these signs, what could you do to kind of talk to them and figure out how to solve this?
Yeah, I think a lot of it depends on the age of the kid. If I were to say that to my teenagers, they'd be like, "Mom, stop." So I think with teenagers, you'd want to say things like, do you know of any kids that are being bullied? Do you know of, any problems on the internet that you're having? Or you could say something like, how can I help you without embarrassing you? Because that would be so embarrassing for a parent to jump in at times. So really just having an open and honest conversation with your kids, kind of in a roundabout way, like, oh, have you seen this happen at school before? And they may be willing to just share their experience in their day with you.
And then, big question, what if your kid is the bully?
What if your kid is the bully?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's something parents need to really think about. 30% of youth admit to being a bully. So someone's doing it, and I think parents need to be aware that their kid may be at the center of that. If your kid is the bully, they need to have some counseling. They need to have some, work done as far as how we respect others and how we handle things. I think, too, parents need to set a good example. Children typically do what they're exposed to and what they see. So as parents, you're under the microscope. Your kids are going to be watching you. They're going to watch how you treat other parents. They're going to watch what you say and what you do. So I think parents need to know that they are setting the #1 example.
And I mean, you might not even have kids as well. Maybe, you just work at a school, you're a teacher or something. What would your best advice be to people who don't have kids, but they're seeing it happen?
Yeah, so again, 70% of school personnel saw something happen. So we talk about the difference between upstander behavior and bystander behavior. Upstander behavior is stand up and do something. Most of the time, when an upstander intervenes, the bullying stops within 10 seconds, 60% of the time. So just stepping in can cause it to stop. Whereas if you are a bystander, that's you just stand by and watch it happen and don't intervene or do anything.
Be an upstander, not a bystander.
Correct.
Definitely good information for this back to school time of year.
Agreed. And where can people contact you guys at The Rock if they want some extra help?
Yes, you can go online to therockcounselinggroup.com, 217-722-9079.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
sharing
guys.
that light. Yes, of course. We'll be right back, guys.